Hello and welcome back to the workshop. This is the teardrop trailer build. We're now at the frame stage of the build. In this video you're going to see how we put together our teardrop trailer, and we're going to give you a few tips and tricks along the way. If you've been following along, we took a standard trailer, we removed all the parts we didn't need and got it ready for use on our teardrop trailer.
Okay, this one's important. We're going to put 25mm insulation into the floors. We're then going to put 25mm insulation into the walls. And we're going to bring 25mm insulation with the curve of the teardrop trailer all around. So that means inside our cabin, we've got 25mm insulation in every single direction. And with all that insulation, we have to make sure that all our joints are butt joints because we don't want thermal bridging where the insulation doesn't meet. So to connect our 12mm plywood floor through the 3mm acoustic insulation into the 3mm galvanized steel chassis, we could just use regular self-tappers. But to make things easy, we're going to use a self-drilling self-tapper. Let's also counter some so it'll be a nice flush finish. It's time to talk about wood. Now we could use 15mm poplar plywood. We could also use 6mm plywood, both of which are really good. They're used in the caravan and campervan construction industry. Really good timbers, very lightweight. The only trouble is the surface is very soft, as is poplar wood. To get over that, we cover the faces with melamine. Now it's a really good way to treat that because you've got a hard wearing surface and you can choose any kind of color you want. The only trouble is I just don't like the finish. It's got this marble shit. We then get onto hardwood plywood. Now it's stronger, but it's also heavier. So this is birch plywood. It's heavier than the poplar plywood, but I can use all faces by just sanding them and giving them a polish coating. The only trouble is we'd have to minimize the use of the birch plywood. We can do that through design. Now to go with our birch plywood frame, we could use a 4mm plywood outer core that's going to give lateral strength to the whole build. You'll see what I mean later. And this is flexi-ply, and it's really good because on the outside of the teardrop trailer, we need to flex around our shape. So our teardrop trailers are going to consist of 4mm birch ply, 25mm of insulation, and then 5mm of flexi-ply on the outside, and that's going to make a really strong structure. And if you don't believe it's strong,
Sometimes when you're making multiple components, it's really easy just to make a pattern and then you can copy or multiply that pattern as many times as you want.
Now for the frame of the teardrop trailer, we need maximum strength, so we're going to screw from the outer layer of plywood to the inner layer of plywood using glue. Now the reason we're not using pocket screws is because we need to maximize the strength. And if you want proof of that, take a look at Scott Walsh's video. He explains it really well.
So this is the first layer of the sandwich. It starts with 4mm that creates the internal face, then 25mm of insulation for the warmth, and then 4mm of plywoods on the outside that we can shape around the contours of the teardrop trailer. We'd love to hear from you. If you have any comments or questions, give us a thumbs up if you like what we're doing, and consider subscribing so that you don't miss out on the next episode of the Teardrop Trailer.
So what's next on the Teardrop trailer build? Well, we need to shape the front and the back and then wrap everything with insulation.
But if we used engineered ply,